Are you kidding me? Guys, it's your working man here, about ready to clean this very messed up workbench. I don't think it's as bad as it looks. I just got a bunch of pieces of an old industrial garage door opener that I need to finish disassembling and get rid of. However, I figure while I'm putting these away, give a small tour of the garage here. These welding gloves go inside of the welding cabinet, which my Everlast multi-machine welder sits on top of. In the drawer I got my helmets, slag hammer, various wire wheels, markers to mark up stuff, and some welding rods. I haven't had as much luck with these Hobart rods. Not sure if it's user error or if they're just not good with my welder or what. Oh, throw those gloves in there. I've made a big mess. These two boxes here, they're typically in my car, but a bunch of random nuts and bolts I've collected over time. This has got a bunch of even more random parts and pieces for various jerry-rigged repairs and other such things. Anything I need, I can probably find it in the random parts box. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good collection. It comes in handy sometimes. You don't always get lucky, but when you do, sure as hell do. Got the Makita drill pack here. My Harbor Freight brand drill bits. Harbor Freight wire wheels, which have actually been one of the best buys I ever made. And the actual drill. Oh look, another wire wheel. It looks like one of my bits is missing. I don't know if I lost it or broke it. Let's just start getting into a bunch of different projects. And stuff like that. Things just start to vanish. Make a big mess, get into projects, and you don't know where things go. Especially when you got multiple men's tools in here. For all I know, a couple things ended up in my roommate's toolbox. What the heck and heck? Cobalt socket. This isn't mine, for example. However, this caulk gun, this is what I used for the windshield project. Hey, boo. I don't think this stuff's good to use anymore. It's been sitting, but this caulk gun is amazing. Love it. Definitely something I'll have for a long time. So I probably want to get that downstairs in the storage room so it doesn't get all seized up and rusted from moisture over time. And got that done. I already got a pair of these pliers, so these ones must belong to the roommate. Pop that in there. Tiny clamp I use for welding. Definitely need some heavier duty stuff, but I don't weld much, so this is really all that gets the job done. Ooh, this is probably one of my missing drill bits. Some type of material on there that was drilled through. There. Yep. Looks like it fits pretty well in the progression. Wonder if we'll find the other one. I use this to wax up my 2004 Grand Prix. So that's protected. I hadn't waxed it in 3 years, so that was actually very necessary. Gloves, let's go ahead and throw those with the welder. I was attaching this to the old small shop vac that broke just fine because we had gotten that one free. Probably bring that inside. This belongs in my car. Throw that in there. Typically I keep all of my tools in my car. That bag, that Craftsman set, top of my big toolbox in the car, sledgehammer, crowbar, parts boxes. Not the drill, that stays in here. But a lot of this has been in here because I've been working on so much. I'm thinking I'd take them out today. Clean up, clean up. Still got a lot of paint in there. Again, this is from when I cleaned the car as well. Throw that one away. That's nasty. We use this to prime the windshield. Now it's like spoiled milk. That's pretty nasty. And it'll go in the garbage. Small magnet thingy. If I have both of mine. Actually, this is my small one. There, I got 3 of them. Not my screwdriver. Electronics cleaner and my aero coil. Those can both go in the storage cabinet. There we go. 3M dielectric grease, good for brake systems such as slider pins, good for spark plugs. Well, actually, especially good for spark plugs and ignition systems. Definitely good to get one of these. These small little things last forever, and you can grease anything that you need. Love those. More windshield beta seal that we ended up not needing because we had more than enough. Still glad we had it just in case. You never ever know. Throw those on top of the cart here. Don't know when we'll need those again, but again, you never know. Whew! Giant wedge, punch wedge thingy. Big, huge one. But that's not mine. Giant flathead, also not mine. Throw that in there. Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought, like I said. A lot of it's this old industrial garage door opener. But it came in handy. We took an emergency stop button off of this. Put it on my roommate's boat motor. So now he has a kill switch. The old one was gone. Destroyed. Really going at it off camera, and it's starting to look real good. Got a lot of hardware here that came off of this garage door opener. Also a lot of wires to scavenge through, salvage. However, what I'm going to do now is store this totally, perfectly good hardware in the spare parts box. Genius! Wow! You never ever know when spare nuts and bolts will come in handy. You never know. That's why you keep them. Very good to have on hand. Might need another parts box. Man. Stuff like this is truly random. Keys and whatever type of brass like inserts or steel inserts these are. So that'll go to the more actually random parts box. Throw it in there. Spring, also very random, but you never know. Parts box. Cotter pin, very important sometimes. Throw that in there as well. The rest of this I don't really care for. These are very specific applications. I can't see myself ever needing these, so I'll probably end up throwing those out. Stuff like this might come handy for welding projects. Solid steel. Yeah, I got a lot to scrap from this thing. Oh! I ended up getting a screwdriver stuck in there trying to punch something out. I punched it out, but now the screwdriver's trapped. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. That's about as good as it gets until I decide to finish tearing apart this garage door opener. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so holding off on that. Otherwise, it's pretty clear compared to where I started, isn't it? I got plans on getting a full-size actual broom in here soon to clean up this ground. It's getting pretty dirty. Don't like a dirty work area. Well, to a point. But the rest of the garage, we got chairs for all our nice little events, bonfires, and a giant fire pit. Oil, transition fluid, screws, nails, everything, and a bunch of toolboxes up there. More tools over here. My roommate's got all types of crazy stuff in that toolbox. Giant jack. Started to have a minor leak. Don't know how much I trust it. If I do ever, if you use it, it'll be to pick something up and then put it on them jack stands. This cart is a bit of a mess, but got a spool of wire there. Wax, hydraulic oil, all types of stuff. Bunch of brackets for welding necessities. Trailer hitch right there. Got the generic Harbor Freight earmuffs. Hearing protection, whatever you want to call it. More scrap metal. Just a lot of different various things. Big pieces of scrap metal for any big projects, if any that ever happen. Then I had a bunch of scrap bolts that fell all over the place. I'll clean that up eventually. Not much to see here, but that's about the gist of it. Air compressor for all your stubborn bolt removal needs. That's about an idea of this medium-sized, kind of small garage, but it gets the job done for whatever work we need. As always, if you enjoyed the video, punch that subscribe button and ratchet that bell for notifications of my future uploads. Thank you.
It's got 4 on the left side for you.